It's time to go. That's what many Spurs fans are saying about Ange Postecoglou following that defeat against Chelsea, where I think he lost his few remaining fan supporters behind him with just silly gestures. So we'll get into it. I'll give my honest verdict where I am with him and his Spurs future, and whether we take action now, because I think something needs to change. So is it now? Is it the end of the season? Can he still turn it around at Tottenham? So yeah, make sure you're staying tuned. Very interested to get your thoughts because there's still a split among the fan base. It feels like we're finally all starting to come together and feel the same way about Postecoglou and his future. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're keeping well. It's a big talking point at the moment. It has to be discussed for the Southampton game before we play Frankfurt, and that is Ange Postecoglou's future. Because Ange last night said that, these are his words, I thought we defended well and were still always a threat. Well, for me, we could have easily conceded 3 goals alone in that first 15 minutes. We just never looked like scoring. Yes, I know people say, yeah, we technically scored a disallowed goal from Sarr, but it came out of nothing. It came out of nowhere whatsoever. We could still be playing now and we wouldn't have scored. I genuinely mean that. Just one shot on target. I think he's completely lost his head. I think it was a car crash interview last night for him. But in this game on the whole, because both have set responsibility on the pitch as well, we play with no unity, no identity, no cohesion, no structure. Just felt like there was no game plan. We really lost our identity. That's a big one under Postecoglou. Never really in the game. And, there's nothing going for us in terms of the league, but London derbies you want to do well. And another quote from Ange I've got here. We almost did. We tried to. He must have been watching a different game for me. I just thought we were awful. It just never looked like scoring. But for me, the thing that tipped me over the edge last night, it just literally the icing on the cake was the taunting and gestures towards Spurs fans when we got that goal, which in the end was disallowed. The cut to the ear, and I didn't realise, and I've just seen it on a replay today. Waves at Spurs fans as well. He denies it after the game, but that for me that's disgraceful behaviour. Well, it's just embarrassing. In fact, when you're 14th in the league, you've got a manager taunting the fans. It doesn't clap them at the end. As a fan base, I think we've been really tolerant and patient this season. There's not something you can generally say about the fan base, and they're angry right now, and they have a right to be. This season we've been patient. With injuries, we've got behind him the team. This is our worst, league season for ages, like 48 years. It's like 1977 Keith Birkinshaw when we lost 16 games from our first 30 domestically. So fans have a right to be angry. They're spending all their money, like James Madison acknowledged after the game. Credit to him, by the way. Home and away. Sometimes spending all their disposable income on supporting the team. I think they have a right to expect their team to turn up in a London derby. I think they have a right to expect more of a manager who takes off your best player in the game, who was and has been our best player for some time now, and certainly up there anyway with Lucas Bergwall. So for me, there's a serious conversation now whether you remove Ange, if you like, or sack Ange before Frankfurt. I don't think it will happen for 1 minute, but something for me needs to change. Because at this moment in time, I don't think we win the competition. I think Frankfurt really strong outfit, going strong in the Bundesliga, defensively, sound and scoring lots of goals, causing so many problems. So that's going to be really tough, especially having that second leg away, where realistically, we're 2 games away from a final. Well, I say 2 games, I know because the second leg, but you know what I mean, 2 stages away from a European final. So we could still make this a special season. So Andrew Saper has a right to be in charge, manage that second leg. I just feel like if we don't give him that, you get the same as Mourinho says, oh yeah, but I would have won a second trophy in my season at Spurs, but I didn't get an opportunity to. I think that Mourinho says, yeah, I would have won that Carabao Cup. So you give him that, do you put Ryan Mason for now to the end of the year, maybe a bounce in the dressing room. One thing that I'm absolutely for certain from, and whether it be those taunts, those gestures, and just our form recently, I've come to the conclusion that I don't want Ange here long term past the end of the season, but it's what you do now. I think you probably, for me, you give him Frankfurt, you go off the score of that. Let's say we draw or lose that going into the second leg. I'd consider removing him from the situation, sacking him. Um, it's just like he's going on about VAR and he makes some good points, but in the end, he just like attacks the interviewer unnecessarily when he's asking a fair question. He doesn't bring this up when we win. He just can't cope with those interviews post match when the result doesn't go his way. So for me, with Ange Postecoglou, it's time to go. It's whether it's now or we wait a little bit longer. So get involved with your thoughts in the comments below. Very interested. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. It's a big talking point at the moment. But for now, a massive common you Spurs. We'll have to see what happens. No club statement at this moment in time. I don't think there will be one.